Well, well, well. What is going on? Is my fan blowing right into my mic? Should be good. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Finally finding time and the energy to do the BioShock Anthology makeup. Look what the door dragged in. He was actually chasing a fly just a couple minutes ago. So I don't like what he's dragging. Not a fan. But yeah, you know, we're gonna do some BioShock gaming tonight. Hopefully Infinite doesn't have any issues. And my bitrate's gone. Sweet. Hopefully it comes back here in a second. We'll give it a minute or two. See what happens. Don't know why. It's deciding to be the way it is. I'm not downloading anything. I'm not expecting downtime. I've already checked BioShock Infinite the other day. If it's still acting up, then I just gotta deal with it. Like, there's some deeper issue. I checked it last week when I reinstalled it on stream. Just gonna go with the same order we had the other day. The thing is, if Infinite is messed up again, I'm just gonna deal with it, right? I'm not rescheduling it again to fix whatever issue it is when I clearly haven't found whatever issue it was before. It's just every waste of everyone's time, so either it's fixed and we're fine, or I'll just put up with it and we'll just never run Infinite after this. Those are our two options at this point. Bitrate's starting to come back, maybe, possibly. Looks like it might be there. We find a live split. Why is my... Oh, dude. It's not one issue, it's another. With streaming. It's like, oh, you fix Infinite. Possibly. Alright, we're good there. You go to stream. Bitrate's gone. Awesome. Can't do anything with that. Oh, bitrate's fine? Oh, there's some weird audio problem now. Oh, great. Awesome. Gotta fix that. Oh, it's not any of those things? Well, guess what? You're banned because Twitch decided to do something dumb. I don't know. It's so annoying. You fix one thing and you're like, it's gonna run smoothly. I've had a great day. I got my cookies in. And then, you know, bitrate just goes down. I can't do anything about that. It's like I'm streaming in 2014 when I had 2 upload. Actually, I have higher bitrate at the moment than I did back in the day. Oh my goodness. Stop downloading cat pics. I actually got some nice pictures of Thor today. Like yesterday and today, he's been very stoic. Got some pictures for the upcoming weeks to put out. And for bitrate issues, the streamer is banned. Well, you see in the blurry fog, that is my bitrate at the moment. The pixel somehow made a dick. And they're like, oh, he's got a dick on stream, ban him. That's how. Not a cookie coma? Yeah, I really want to eat them, but I should not consume them today. I've already had a lot to eat today. Like Hydra, you fix 1, get 3 more, true. Very, very true. Just watch my bitrate. It's always so fun. You know, we can at least launch the game, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna be a good thing to do or not. This might just cause further issues. I don't know. I did get rid of the sub splits. We don't have to split on every level now. I'm just gonna run it a real time as well, because in-game time for this doesn't matter. So it is what it is. Bitrate monitor stream. Woo! It's at 2K right now. This stream is sponsored by 2K bitrate. Do I need to clear out my save file? Yeah, let me go do this real quick. Let me go wipe some of these. Every so often you have to go in and prune your saves because it just gets unruly. It is interesting that when I look at my, like when my save files were created, I can see like exactly when I tried to do all of these runs previously. Like besides the other day when I tried to do a run, the last one was January 3rd of this year. And it goes back to, what's the last one before that? It's in a weird date. Bitrate's still being shitty. It's great. All right, let me delete everything from 2020 at least. This save file's from 2016. That's older than like half the people that watch streams these days. Oh, I'll give it another couple minutes and then I might go. I mean, I don't think my bitrate's gonna die off. Well, I say that and it instantly goes down to 800. We might just see what happens. The longer we wait here, the longer the stream's gonna be, and it's already gonna be a lengthy stream, so. Like if my bitrate goes down mid-run, I'm already committed to it at that point. But like when I'm starting, like, oh, this is terrible. BioShock 2 is better than 1, for the most. I mean, I think as a complete package, BioShock 1 is the better game, just objectively. But I think 2 definitely has better gameplay. Like subjectively, I like 2 more, but objectively, I think 1's the better game. Oh, my bitrate is so fine. It's so great. While we're waiting, if you guys want to head over to our St. Jude campaign, you can throw in a couple bucks. We are currently working to our next, or actually our first stretch goal, because we made it to our initial goal of $1,000 raised for St. Jude, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible that we hit that so early in the month. At 12:50, it'll be multiple streams, I'm sure. It'll be like a week long. The entire Metroid Prime trilogy, 1, 2, and 3, with their native PC mod support thing. I keep phrasing it terribly. But there's a mod that lets you play Metroid Prime with mouse and keyboard. And we'll do all those playthroughs. So I've wanted to go back and play Metroid Prime for some time, but I'm not huge on breaking out my GameCube or emulating it. Because I just don't really use controllers much anymore. So doing it with mouse and keyboard would be pretty awesome. I think so, Classy. I didn't look too much into it, I just know it exists. Dude, my bitrate is just, it's so bad. Why is it so bad? I don't understand. I'm actually amazed at how well my internet's been for the most part for like the past year. Ever since the last time I had a tech come out and work on it, like, it's been pretty good. Like, very minimal downtime, but it makes when it's not working well so much worse. Like when you're always having issues, it's annoying. Like you're constantly annoyed, but when you don't have to think about it and then it hits, it's like the worst. It's like if you have a really beaten down car, you're like, oh, this car has issues. I know how to fix these issues. I kind of, I expect this. But this is like, you got a car that runs super well and then all of a sudden you got a flat tire and it's so goddamn annoying. BioShock, I mean, I guess I can check it, but yeah, it should be fine, honestly. I completely reinstalled it, put on my other hard drive, or my SSD, rather. And it seemed to work the other day on stream when I tried it. Still just takes forever to launch. And game cap. And game cap, thank you. Let's see, all this, well, it's Continue. Not playing this, just hitting continue to see how it loads. Yeah, that's normal. We're good. So I think just a fresh install cleared up the problem. But as I was saying earlier, if it does somehow give us problems when we get there, we'll just deal with it for the night and then we'll just never touch Infinite ever again. Which I'm fine with. Get it out of here. Oh my god, Steam, get out of here too. Alright, what's going on with my bitrate, dude? Why can it not break 2K? I really don't want to go restart my router. I mean, it's literally like within an arm's reach, but I really don't want to do it, you know? I'm already like slumped in my chair. I don't want to reach over there and pull the plug. But I might have to. It also looks like Windows wants an update, and my laptop got an update like last night when I was sleeping. So I don't want to restart my PC. That's just gonna fuck everything up. Sad boy hours are back, yeah. Alright, what time is it? 6:41. We might. Also, can my game cap, please? OBS, what are you doing? Please capture the game. Please capture. There we go. Yeah, Windows updates definitely just fuck you over. Alright. Should we just deal with low bitrate and hope it comes back? I think that's the way to go. And if the stream goes out, then I'll just restart my internet. I think that's the plan. So I don't feel like waiting for Spectrum to get their shit together. If it goes out, it should be back momentarily. I don't have any reason to stop the stream for the night, but who knows? Can't rely on ISPs, dude. It's dipping. Like, it's never breaking 2K. But right now it's sitting like at 800 kilobytes per second. Kilobits, whatever it is. Bits, bytes, bitty bytes. And it should be up in the 6K range. Yeah, sorry if it looks real blurry. Hopefully it comes back. But it is not looking great. And usually if it hangs out really low, then at some point it's going to drop down to 0. Even if my internet doesn't go out, it'll just drop down to 0 and just not come back. Which is super scary. There's something in like the way OBS does the I don't remember what it's called. The variable bitrate.
And I'm here to ask you a question.
Where if it's like too low for too long, it just drops out completely and it will never come back.
No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the
2011 Windows Update bricked your desktop. Oh shit. Yo, Paragot with the resub. Thank you so much, man.
belongs to him.
Oh, welcome back. The 3-year badge. Getting that fancy 3-year badge.
Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose
Rapture.
a city where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well.
Not only is that 3 years, it's also 4 whole babies. I hope you're ready to care for 4 babies, because I'm not. I ain't doing it. Is it deadbeat confirmed? I mean, that was confirmed years ago. When I started streaming, it was confirmed. That'd be large sized baby. Oh, they're super sized. Talking like massive, massive babies. Is it someone new? It's me. Death Gurgle. Death Gurgle's a great band name. Great metal band name. Why is my mouse out of my window? Oh, that scared me for a second.
Would you kindly pick up that shortwave radio? I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive.
Sounds Exertion is your band's name, personally. Nice. That's pretty good. That's more of like an album, more so than a band name, I think.
Take a deep breath and step out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind.
Getting tripped by 30-30 shotgun. Have fun, JB.
Just a bit further. How you like that, mister?
This is the OG. The remasters are really bad for speedrunning.
Bloody splicer, seal Johnny in before they... Goddamn
Oh.
splicers.
EPI's too big. Time for everyone's favorite strat, the jump. Let's all do the jump. What is my save key? There we go. We'll save a little load. And a little jump away. Yes, a lot of the stuff that we do in this run, including what I'm doing right now, got patched out. Mainly because in the remastered of 1 and 2, they didn't touch Infinite at all. They changed the menu to be more console friendly, because it's just a console port. And a lot of stuff in this requires either save loading for stuff like that, or it requires audio menuing, like playing different audio logs, and both of those things got fixed because the menu changed. There is still like a trick in at least BioShock 1, actually a new trick. Like, you can skip some stuff, but it's not really consistent and it's not really great. So yeah, it's definitely a lot slower. Oh wow, he's actually, what? Am I gonna die? I've never had him land in the elevator with me. That's the first. Frame quality is perfect. I mean, it's perfect because a still image requires a lot less bitrate to look good. Anytime it's in motion, it's gonna look like trash.
But you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please. Plasmids changed everything. They destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another. Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went...
I haven't really touched the remastered versions in some time, but from what I've heard from other people, like they crash pretty consistently, pretty often. And at least for the originals, I have ways to make them not crash. Like, I ideally should never have a BioShock 1 or 2 crash when I'm running these games with my settings. And I don't know if I could find equivalents for the remastered, so I don't want to deal with crashing either. Bitrate still looking pretty low. And hopefully it comes back. Nothing I can really do without, like, potentially restarting my router, which I don't want to do, because I'm lazy. Double zap zap.
Those little sisters, they carry Adam.
That's an improvement though. Smurfy, please.
Everybody wants it. Everybody needs it.
Yo, the Apex is paying off. I'm getting headshots.
With the electrobolt.
Playing a remastered 3K. I already have stuff for 3K.
There's another way to get there. Head to medical. What are you waiting for? Go!
I just don't feel like there's any reason to play the remastered. It's really not different. For a casual playthrough, I mean, I don't think it really matters. Like, all they did was just like change the graphics a little bit. Like, graphically, it doesn't even look that different. So whichever one crashes less for you is the one that you should play.
Find your way to emergency access.
Like, there's no reason to really play one over the other. Basically what I'm saying is the remasters are just the worst remasters out there. Because all it was a way to get BioShock 1 and 2, and I guess Infinite, although they didn't touch it at all, on the current gen consoles. Or I guess it's not current gen consoles anymore, but at the time, the new consoles that came out, they're like, oh hey, we should get these games on there, so let's call them remasters, touch them a little bit, and then sell them for 60 bucks.
All them machines will short out right across if you hit them with electrobolt.
Amateurs.
Security cameras.
These goddamn amateurs, dude.
Things all around you. Brian, eyes and ears.
Are them any worse? I mean, for some people they crash way more than the originals, which in my opinion makes them worse.
Rapture lead to Ryan. Security, the splicers, the big daddies, the little sisters.
Yeah, I guess lazy is the better way to say it than bad. Like, at least they work, you know. They didn't like completely ruin the franchise by doing it. But definitely the laziest. Like, even the bugs that exist, the ones that aren't useful for speedrunning, like there's a mouse issue in this game, which we have a fix for the current one. It's still prevalent in the remastered. Like, the audio issues are still persistent. Like, they didn't fix anything. They just ported it over to menus, changed the in-game menu to be a little bit more console friendly, and then called it a day.
You'll have to find some way to get through to surgery and Steinman. Chin up now. The Lord hates a quitter.
Wow, really? Ooh, that health's kind of scary though.
What can I do with this one, Aphrodite? She won't.
Oh, I barely missed. Man, I got this the other day, too, which is unfortunate. Where's the trash can? What? There's no trash can in here? Oh, there it is. Kobe! No. Damn. It's worth a try.
What's this, guys?
Just patched out what they saw. I mean,
Ugly! Ugly!
they patched it out in a roundabout way, though, is the thing. Like, it was just a side effect of changing the menu. Like, it's not like they put up like invisible walls in Arcadia or Fort Frolic or fixed how the audio worked. It was like, yeah, we're just gonna change the menu. And I mean, I guess maybe they're smart enough to do that, but. It's weird. It's a weird situation, but it is what it is. Yo, Blair, staying up late, huh? It's almost 7. It's way past your bedtime.
Security alert deactivated.
Man, bit rate's still super low. Woo! Run a channel prediction. Will my bitrate come back or will the stream die out? Before that happens. Yeah, I mean, I feel like adding invisible walls is the easiest way to fix things in video games, for sure. Or like skips. I feel like that's like, oh, we got a problem? Slap invisible walls in that bad boy. Yo, Sentient, thank you for the 4 months. Much appreciated, my man. Much appreciated. Where are you at? Bad watching on your phone until you pass out. Nice. Don't drop it on your face. I don't want the stupid game. Guess we're just going with the turret. And we lost that. Oh, well, we got the slow one. That's fine. Let's go up here and wait. Lag, too. Oh my god. I'm not gonna go for the fling.
Look on the conveyor belt.
Tries to harvest. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it matters, but I think technically the saving animation's faster. That's why you do it. Which is the actual opposite in 2. Ooh, no alarm. Too fast today. Too fast, too furious.
It can also analyze genetic information, parse biological structures, lots of other $5 worth.
Scammed everyone on GDQ with the harvest? Oh, you mean getting the wrong ending? Well, that was a completely different situation. Yeah, that was such an unfortunate situation to pop up, but it's like... it just happened. Like, there's nothing I could do about it. Good times. I do need to watch more of my old GDQ runs. I kind of got out of the habit of doing that. What?
Before you head into the fisheries, award.
My friend, you are
If that's his price, you're gonna have to pay it.
Windows updates all your favorite GDQ moments. It is the #1 clip on the GDQ channel. What? What was that?
Genetic experiments on other prisoners. They call me das Wunderkind.
Ooh, that lag. Holy moly.
Talk about these
The submarine bay was only used by smugglers and thieves. More than likely, the end.
Man, my bitrate still has not come back. This is actually upsetting. I'm so sad.
You can't quit. Fontaine will find you.
Hey, fuck Fontaine.
You got it. Should be smooth sailing from here. I'll meet you.
The fun thing about the Penumbra trilogy getting in the SGDQ this year is that not only can you change cutscenes, you can just change whatever texture you want in the Penumbra series. Because everything is just like a PNG file. It's great. Yeah, the Doom one never gets talked about. It's so sad.
I'll need you for that.
I went through like so much effort for that one too, like actually like masking out the area and a lot more editing, for sure.
Hit the switch up there in the control booth and let me in. I think it's time to shake.
The first time I did the BioShock Windows update thing in like 2016 or whatever, I told the head guy on staff at the time. Let me do this first. And he said he was gonna tell everyone, but then he just didn't, so they just freaked out for a moment. This latest time I did it, last year, or AGQ 2020, I guess, a little over last year. I didn't tell him at all. I was like, eh. I don't care.
Give me a tick and I'll get you out of there. Moira, can you hear me in there, darling? The song! No!
The shub, no.
Get out and
Let them suffer. Bitrate still in the dumps. That's really upsetting. Hopefully it recovers soon. Like, I really don't want to go restart my router and modem, but
like Ryan.
kind of feel like I should at this point.
Until we're almost out, then he pulls the...
I figured 20 minutes in we'd
We'll find the bastard.
it'd either recover or just be out entirely. Oh my god, the lag there. Oh my god. I don't think we'd still be hovering at 2K. And the stream is officially sponsored by 2K Bitrate. Yo, good photos. I'm a photographer. The Amazon Prime Gaming Shop, no. I gotta itch my nose. It's a bad time for it too.
They're everywhere! I can't hold them! Got to fall back! Get the family out and we'll regroup as soon as we can!
Ooh. Turret, please.
You get to the bathysphere in the rolling hills. That'll take you straight to the devil himself. And then all day...
So like, yeah, this is fixed in the remastered versions. There's a different trick you can do for it. Hey, cool. Full health still killed me. Great. That's always fun. I always found it annoying you can't reload whenever like you're dead. You have to wait to go to a VOD chamber before you can reload.
All debts will be paid in full.
On the surface, I once bought a forest. The parasites claimed that the land belonged to God.
I ain't no sort of photogrammist. I'm an Instagrammist.
You're almost there. The spear to Ryan is up on ahead. Ryan's handed the keys to Fort Frolic over to a guy named Sander Cohen. Cohen's an artist, says some. He's a Section 8, says I.
Okay, and he's there we go.
Cutthroats, freaks, and hard cases as well. Cohen, a real lunatic.
Where am I looking?
Psychopath.
I think I've never done this trick before.
That's better.
Whatever angle you're at, an animation is persisting through the load or something. I mean, if you're reloading, then it shouldn't matter, right? It should just default to whatever your save was.
Watch yourself. Ryan's stirring.
Your 10-second delayist? Wow.
It's time to either run the table or go home empty.
The nerve on this guy.
To Rapture. We get that from him, and we get out of this hellhole. We don't.
Some people, I tells you.
Now, would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch? It's time to finish this.
You can say it, Andrew Ryan.
Whee!
I see Cohen's lost his touch. You've been doing well. He used to believe in the work, in the struggle. And now, a worm looks up and sees
Had some issues with this, like last week when we tried this.
it's a regular
Somewhere I picked up a different diary message. I guess I picked up that one before.
fathers, people
Ran into some issues.
married, their wives. What makes you think you're any different? I haven't chosen this one.
Killer him.
Let me know if you have a I like all parasites that try to walk
Everyone say hi to the fish that don't move. Casually watching.
in the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible.
Oh, the lag.
But that would be like playing Mozart.
Is he down here? And he's dead.
The basic casing is ready. I've got one charge.
Okay. I guess it skips it still.
Camp, they put me to work on genetic experiments on
So
them.
it should skip it regardless.
They call me das Wunderkind, the Wonder Child.
Gonna make any difference? Auto. Yeah, there's auto hack. Cool.
Eyes and the shape of forehead.
Oh, the lag. I'm getting some big lag spikes today.
Thrown and that one weak. This one smart, that one stupid. All that killing. You think the Germans would be interested in something useful?
Fast. We going so fast right now. So fast you just see a blur. Alright, screw it. I'm over. I'm over trying to jump up there. Such a like non-time save, time save. Running around at the speed of flash. Oh, that guy was real fast. He was right on my butt. Whee! Let's hope I didn't forget to pick anything up. Grab these med kits, so not.
Don't do this to me, alright?
Does it look like it's a real bomb? It's better. You got to put it on the core past geothermal control. And we'll see if these
I think my camera's delayed too. I need to fix that desync at some point. Oh, well I had it. okay. Made it through. That's what matters. I'll fix my camera once we get to the next load screen. I was saying at the beginning of the stream, if it's not one tech issue, it's a different one. It's constantly. It's the world of tech issues. Oh, they're hunting me down this time. Nah, get me out of here. Time for a little bit of magic. Bill rate's still in the trash. Oh yeah.
Explain the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible. But that would be like playing Mozart for a tree frog.
Okay, got over that invisible wall. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, man.
Sometimes you find life. There is indeed a season for all things. And now that I see...
What? Riots at the...
In the end, all that matters to me is me.
The assassin has overcome.
And we're gone. Throw it in the trash. My internet's in the trash right now. I can tell you that. Or maybe it's a Twitch server thing. Maybe whatever server I'm trying to connect to is just not having it. Alright, line up the napalm. Hope for a first try, a little firsty. Ooh, went to Wendy's and got a firsty.
Stop, would you kindly? Would you kindly? Powerful phrase.
Sweet.
Familiar phrase.
Whee! Press unbound to equip plasmid. Everybody press your unbound key, quick. The hell was that? It was an edited cutscene. For the fun of it. I mean, that was Windows restart, and then we played a bit of Skyrim, obviously.
You have saved many of my little ones. I owe you a debt.
Boop.
I undo some of them. You have saved many of my little ones. I owe you a debt. Remit your life with many locks and keys.
Wait, why did that jump? What?
Many of my little ones.
Did I hit jump? Oh.
I owe you a debt.
I thought I hit a different key. But the parasite said no. Yeah, that's a good call. You should thank that parasite. Send it like a fruit basket or something.
There he is. The one who will save us all.
Little hopscotch.
Who's he?
Who's he?
He's here to help us.
Is you in that wagon? Yeah, I'd be okay with it. I think I could survive.
And now you've got hooked up with Tenenbaum, huh, kid? She's a regular mother goose. Alright, fun's fun, kid.
I think I could kill a couple dragons, you know?
Go get stepped on by a big daddy. Would you kindly? I says, would you kindly go get stepped on by a big daddy?
Whee!
Seems like Mother Goose has been playing.
Alright, let's not forget to play Ryan.
I gotta say,
Very important thing to do.
I had a lot of business partners.
Beheaded for sweet release. I mean, once again, I'd be fine with it, honestly.
Genetically conditioned to bark like a cocker spaniel when I said, would you kindly?
I'm ready to accept this outcome.
Now, as soon as that machine finishes processing the genetic key you just fished off Ryan, I'm gonna run rapture tits to toe.
And you wake up back in the wagon. Oh, it's like Groundhog's Day? Damn.
Say, never mix business.
I knew there was something to that. Always secret when we sit
Tits to
on all-
toes.
He must have his Lot 192 in his lab near Apollo Square. I once stole a dose and brought it up to my class.
Bit rate still hanging down in the 2K range.
Was for, but if Suchang was
Alright.
doing something, on this I keep my
So hopefully it comes back soon. But we'll see. See what happens.
To tell your heart to stop speaking. Right off the bat, mind you. The heart is a muscle, but it ain't that stubborn.
They say to save one life is to save the world entire. I made a place for this young friend here. This is you.
Whee!
Leave me alone!
Can't walk around a corner. 7 frag grenades? Wow. Feels like on the high end of things. And I wasted that one. Cool. Wasted that one.
Now you are having freedom.
Oh, is that what it is, Proto?
Drugs should have no hold.
I didn't realize those were the secret strats.
The time for this matter.
I actually ran out of pistol ammo? That's kind of weird. I didn't realize you could run out of ammo in this game. Ooh, nope, nope, nope. Didn't make it.
Thought they knew it all. Dames who thought they'd seen it all. Give me a smart mark over
There we
a
go.
dumb one every time.
Ooh, we didn't take damage on that. Nice.
Yes. The compound.
Makes up for it a little bit.
The effects of the mental suggestion are now gone, but there will certainly be side effects.
Plot 192 has reorganized your entire plan.
Alright, getting near the end of the game. I mean, we still have all the proving grounds to go, but that's about it. So, friendly reminder that if you look at the crosshairs, the camera crosshair is not centered at all.
What is this you wait for? Go and get this idiot!
Look at that.
The monk's right behind me. I don't even want to see him walking.
The other one blow up? What happened?
Last chance.
Ooh.
You pack it in now.
On the last chance? Damn, I'm good.
Crowd.
Woo. Sheesh. It's too easy. It's too easy for me.
The little ones will lead you to something, but you must protect them.
First chance, kid. The Poggies. I can't believe I'm out of pistol ammo. It's weird.
Only the little ones.
Might be the first time anyone's ever run out of pistol ammo in this game ever. Definitely never happened before. Oh, he gave me 3 proxy mines? Damn. This is R8, I want to run out of pistol ammo. True. It's very true. I'm excited to get into learning RE8 speedruns. Just see how they differ from 7. I mean, skippable cutscenes is pretty big. See if I enjoy it anymore. I think people are starting to do actual like attempts instead of just routing now, so maybe over the weekend we'll... Oh, she's done? Oh, okay, there's no way I can do the warp now. It was way too late. Nice mask.
Watch out! These methods will honestly destroy the...
Basic casing is ready.
That one might explode.
Need a 4R34 lead shield wire stubs to pass the circuit. There's a half can of ionic gel, that's the pretty Betty of the mix. Should send the core into compensation mode, push power down the line and trigger the circuit breaker on Ryan's gate. That's the theory. It'll work like a charm. Blow up Arthur Rapture. Nothing ventured.
Did I play the Mercenaries? No, I haven't. I just did the standard playthrough, and I haven't touched it since. When I go to learn it, we might mess around with some Mercenaries or something. Don't touch it. Why is she still harvesting? Didn't I kill Spider Splicer? Oh, that ain't good. Why are you not? Kill me quick. Good new game. I mean, whereas like for RE7, I did new game plus speedruns, it looks like there's gonna be a pretty viable route for just new game stuff, so I don't need those unlocks. I mean, I don't think the proxy mine soft locked it. I killed the final splicer on, like, with telekinesis. I didn't think it mattered how you killed him.
I can see the angels dancing in the sky. Hurry, Mr. V. Angels.
Jesus Christ. Protect her. Oh, she's. I only got through the entire level again. I've literally never seen that soft lock before. That's awesome. That's awesome. Woo! Woo! What a good game, what a good game this is. Gotta do all of the fun stuff again. It's so annoying.
Only the little ones can open these doors. You must protect them.
Linger late, and don't worry, we're redoing everything anyways. Reasons. Last two levels, mercenary mode, and the shit is some omega stupid stuff. Yeah, I heard some people say they got like really tough really quick. I just want my bit rate to come back, honestly. I don't care about the soft lock. I'm just tired of looking over and seeing like a fraction of what I should be getting. That's what is really bugging me right now. Where is this splicer? What? Hello?
Even though they are physically free. The German prison camp they could
The mine is on the spawn point. It kills the splicer too quick. Interesting. I was not aware of that fact.
Germans. All they can talk about is blue eyes and the shape of forehead. All I care about is why is this one strong and that one weak? This one smart, that one stupid. All that killing. You think the Germans could have been interested in some...
So I always figured the fight just ended when you killed the spider splicer. But I guess it actually counts how many splicers you kill instead. So if like that one doesn't spawn and die, then it just won't proceed, because it's still waiting for you to kill another splicer. Thankfully, the fights in BioShock 2 are the opposite way, where it's like, alright, you didn't spawn half the fight, so it doesn't matter. You can go on. I'm used to it being a podcast. I mean, yeah, anyone who watched like years and years and years ago should be feeling nostalgic, honestly. This shit used to be the norm. I don't know how people ever watched me when I streamed at like 800 bitrate. I really don't. Wi-Fi streams, yeah. Where's the little sister at? Why is she back here? Come on. Over the section of the game right now. Come on. Let's get this over with. Like, this would have been like a high 40 real time, which is kind of crazy if I didn't have to reload. That's a pretty solid time, honestly. Man, I think I was streaming like 800 bitrate up until like 2017. Well, no, I might have gotten a little bit of an increase. It might have been up to like 1200 at that point. Maybe. She's running. Woo! She's running. She's back here doing absolutely nothing. Woo! She's walking. Can we just get the BioShock 2 already? She's running the other way. Yeah, that's me. Whenever I ask someone out. Oh no, she's running the other way. No. She had no reference point? I mean, yeah. I think that's... I could go into the whole discussion on that topic. It's just crazy to me, like, even a couple of years ago, like, that kind of quality, like 360p, 800 bitrate was like, still enough to get shit done.
Better for the girls to be with you. Better with you than alone.
This makes me cringe watching back. I'm like, the visuals are terrible. It's 360p. Super low bitrate. The audio quality is terrible. A terrible mic. Terrible balance. The layout looks trash. There's nothing good about it.
Nearby. You are reaching close.
Trash.
Fontaine waits above. There will be no going back from here. Make
At 100k bitrate? You gotta talk to Twitch about that. That's not a me thing, that's a Twitch thing. I think, what, YouTube can go up to like 10k bitrate or something, right? I know YouTube has a higher cap. I don't remember what theirs is though.
You were my ace in the hole.
The clip though. Oh, we're approaching the end of BioShock 1, bitrate's still in the dumpster.
And that's why this
Got that dumpy bitrate, dude.
betrayal, kid. Life ain't strictly business.
Well, I'm barely getting started. you.
Go! This is what I get.
Hit it with the needle!
I'm alone in this world. I got more.
Alright, we got there in the end. 54. Quit the windows. Yep, yep. We're like, oh, but BG, I want to watch the cutscene. Well, guess what? With my bitrate, you won't be able to tell what's going on anyways. We have a lot more to play. So I ain't waiting around. I did want to... Ooh, hold on. Can I... Or it's just gonna crash the game. And I want to... Okay. Make sure I update my game on Twitch. Boop-a-doop. Figure out what happens in that cutscene. Well, you gotta go play it for yourself. It was the last time when we tried to do this Anthology run, like last week or whatever it was. We had issues with the theater skip, which I know why. It was a frame rate issue. I shouldn't have that issue this week. I also did not look into the Fontaine Futuristics Part 2 trick setup thing, but we can just wing it once again, see what happens. Yeah, you just have a beer fontaine, and then you're like, hey, you're actually kind of cool. And you stab him. It's a pretty cinematic cutscene, honestly. Whee! Hopping around at the speed of water. The good thing about having a little bitrate right now is you guys can't tell how awful this game looks without the blur.
Daddy was sleeping for such a long time.
So I have to play it super low graphics.
Missed you. Find her and you'll be all better.
I love how this is one of the few games I could actually run at high graphics because it doesn't matter. I actually want low frame rate in this game. Like, I don't want above 60. But I can't play at high graphics to make it look nice because it'll crash. One of the few times I don't need like super high frame rate. High graphics makes the game crash. It's great.
At last, a signal. You who are bringing this dead signal.
Why is it crashing? It just crashes if I play it medium or high graphics. Like, it consistently crashes.
I know who you are, and I am in much need.
On low graphics, it doesn't happen.
Please, find me in the Atlantic Express train station.
Don't know why. It just does. Oh my god, get out of my way, Splicer. Splicer, no splicing. I mean, low isn't 60 FPS. The reason you don't want above 60 FPS is because of the way objects work in this. So when you go to do theater skip, if you have higher FPS, there's like more collision detection, and it freaks out, and you like can't stand on any of the items properly, so you can't really do theater skip. Like, theoretically, even 30 FPS would probably be better for theater skip than 60. kind of stupid. Like, there is also a fling in this game, sort of like the fling in BioShock 1, but it works completely differently. But for that you would need, like, really high frame rate. But because it's so inconsistent and no one's ever got it, like, in a run, just no one does it. And the items you have to use are really awful, too. Because it only works if you like set an item up on a slope surface first. It's all weird.
In that suit, even the ocean cannot harm you. This is good. But rapture is
Whee!
the death of many great men. Alone, you will...
Yeah, you can use the you're probably thinking of the last level, in
Find me there.
Inner Persephone or outer, whichever Persephone it is. Yeah, there's a trick there. There's also one in Popper's Drop when you go into the resort. You can pull out a typewriter from one of the offices, put it on the first set of stairs, and like fling up all the way to the top. But it's real awful. Like, just really, really awful. I think there was like one other spot you could potentially do it. I don't. It's been years since I ever looked into it. Popper's Drop. Dropping the beat. Dropping the underwater beat. One second. Forgot to turn that off. As good as the music is in this game, it gets claimed on YouTube every single time. Oh, too early. Once again, too early, too late. Early. And got it. Alright, cool. Five runs of this 5 years ago. That's fair. Sounds about like anyone who ever tried running BioShock 2.
Thank God that's over. I just want to look at you.
I love DMCA. Yeah. The problem is the music they use for this is just classical music, like classic songs. They didn't have. They like didn't commission somebody to make songs for BioShock. So they're just popular songs that someone else has the copyright to.
Out of your pain, paradise was born. I don't know how you survived, but your suffering is over now. These men will ease your burden.
Pretty good. You know?
Please understand, like all I have done, this is an act of love.
Face me, will you?
Whee! Legalese poggers.
Father, it's me, Eleanor.
It's me. Oh, okay. I guess you do always hear the audio here. I didn't think you did.
Mother won't be able to
I thought you just saw her eyeballs staring into your soul.
ever again. This plasmid is for you. If I'm right, you can use it now.
You can use it now.
Find me.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find her.
Topside now. Hide all the foul can't get. If anybody gets lippy, now.
No one ever gets any
Nice. There's a lot of video game tracks that get claimed, unfortunately. One seems if you actually play for it for all, like, yeah, there's a track in there or two. The weird thing is, like, whenever I speedrun something consistently, I never have issues with those runs. It's like the times I do like a one-off run when it gets flagged. Like, I never speedrun Portal anymore. But the Still Alive credit song gets claimed anytime I throw it up on YouTube. Like, if I just happen to run it, like if I ever do wheel spin streams again, or just like speedrun marathon streams, just gotta skip the fun stuff, you know? Yep, I would love to listen to these credits, but I can't.
You see? This is why I must fight Sophia Lamb. She is using the new little ones for something. And I have returned to rescue them. If I do not, more children will die for my sins. And the rapture nightmare, it will repeat forever. Now, we must talk. Lamb will take this place apart to find you. Please hold back the splicers until we escape.
Pretty good fight. I'm happy about that. Yo, Olive, what up? Nobody ever sees anything. I mean, if my stuff ever gets claimed, I just leave it up as is. I don't really care.
Whoa there. Now better apply the brakes and
I mean, I try my best to avoid getting claimed, but
glacier up ahead.
I never like meet the VOD or anything. Ooh, I thought it was a firstie. Oh, the secondie? Okay, I got a fish. She's mad at the world. And just give her some cuddles. Is the cone of shame? Nice. There was one time when Thor had to wear a cone. He like somehow ended up scratching his eye or got a scratch on his eye. They put one on him, so he wanted to make it worse. And he found a way out of it in like a couple of hours. He was not having it.
Take care of this for me. The hounds, the bank,
Too angry to cuddle? Yeah, it sounds about right for a cat. Just accepts it. Wow.
I am Andrew Ryan. Welcome to Ryan Amusements. Please
It's impressive.
enjoy the park.
no use hiding. This is outrage. An outrage.
I mean, part of the, I didn't even like try to keep it on him because the breed that he is, they don't have like long mouths, so it was really hard for him to eat from like a bowl or anything while wearing it. It's like the cone was just longer than his face is. So I was like, all right, you can get out of it. I don't really care. I'm not gonna starve him. This. Shit, long face, yeah.
Look.
I wanna hold her.
Squidward eating a Krabby Patty. What a shot. Sticking out his whole mouth to eat a Krabby Patty. Yeah, Thor's a Scottish fold, so he has a very, like, small face, but he doesn't have the trademark folded down ears that most do.
You're coming home with me.
You have a Russian blue also? Nice. He's big smushed.
Drat. Blasted. Why do you hide from salvation?
Hello? We were in the middle of something.
I always found it weird that they call cats that are really gray blue, right? Like navy blue. Like they're gray. I always found that weird. I don't know where that came from. I guess maybe someone was colorblind when they were naming them. Call them gold. I think there's another term for a different color that cats get called as well. I don't remember what it is. Like there's some other color. I'm just like, well, sure, I get what they're saying, but it's not true. It's a pedigree thing. Could be, yeah. Blue sounds fancier than gray.
Was a fun night.
I think before I like saw a picture of Thor, I knew he was probably the cat I was gonna get. I was looking at blues or grays. Don't know if it was necessarily Russian blue. It's like that color of cat.
I'll not be toyed with. Ridiculous.
Because originally it was gonna be, I wanted to get a a blue cat that was named Odin, and then I saw Thor. I was like, he doesn't really look like an Odin. So I just went Thor instead. I also had a shirt that was like white and orange that was a Thor shirt at the time. I was like, well, he's white and orange, and it fits with what I'm going with, so.
Daddy, you always save me from monsters.
Short hair is a blue fur, true.
I'm about. I hear a creaking of the floor. Hand me that child.
Yeah, it was probably at the time when I didn't really know anything about different breeds, and I just like saw the color. I was like, oh, that color cat's cool. It's a cool color. It's also kind of weird that like any cat that's like a tabby is female, and any cat that has like orange, like any orange cat is like primarily male. Like that's such a weird fact to me. Like that's the thing. Never scratched or bit you even when you try to put her in cat carrier? Really? Thor is the exact opposite. He will fight. Getting him into a cat carrier is one of the hardest things to do. Like, it is just... It is not a good time. Scratch her if you hold her for like longer than a second. Yeah. Thor is the exact same way. Anytime I go to pick him up, if I can get him distracted looking at something that interests him, I can hold him for a bit longer. But if there's nothing around for him to look at, he'll just instantly just fight it. That's why he doesn't ever like really come in here when I'm streaming, because he knows I'm gonna pick him up. Like if he sees my lights on, he's like, "You're going to pick me up," and I will. 100% of the time. If he walks in here, I will pick him up. If my lights are off, I'll just pet him. Like I won't go through the trouble.
Carl needs a light for his cigar, and no one can help him.
Yeah, Thor also is not a lap cat. He won't sit in your lap.
Some ungrateful boy. Help me ride this scallion.
Alright, I need these guys to shoot at me, please. Thank you. She's looking. I need you guys. Come on. Damage, please. Shoot me. Shoot me.
Still my home.
Oh my god. Video compression is very high. No, my bitrate's really low. My internet is not having it tonight.
I like to look a man in the eye when I give him my word.
I mean, like snuggle but gets grumpy when you pick her up.
We're
Interesting.
going places.
Yeah, there's not much I can do about it. Just gotta wait for my internet to not be terrible. It's either that or it's a Twitch server issue, which I don't know. It's been this shitty since I started the run. Probably won't get better at this rate. Probably just need to restart my router. I'm just too lazy. I don't care.
Attention. Subject Delta is now trapped. Its forces dropped. All railcar travel is suspended until he is found. Remember, the enemy is alone. We are the family.
Once Tommy rubs 24/7.
Lab's trying to box us in, kid. This is a goddamn citywide lockdown.
That's a dog.
Keep the train moving.
Classic Maine Coons.
Override key from the local governor, Grace Holloway. She kicked me out of my own hotel.
And driller.
Down
Cool.
here, the Sinclair Deluxe. Find her.
Yeah, Thor just wants like his head and behind his ear scratched. Other than that, he's not really about it.
Twisted that baby girl into a thing so sick it can't even.
Much like holding him, I can rub his tummy for a second or two, but then he'll just want to fight.
And now you come swanning into my neighborhood looking for me. Wrong turn, Tin Daddy.
Hour and a half RE8 speedrun, nice. Is that on standard or is that the Village of Shadows run? I know a lot of people are doing Village of Shadows stuff.
That thing's a miracle in Technicolor, kid. Works like a movie camera. Start the film rolling before you open fire on a splicer, and then anything you hit him with tells you more about his DNA. Let's give it a dry run, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised RE8's down as low as it is. I mean, skippable cutscenes is pretty big for a game like that.
Look at you, sport. A regular junior shutterbug. And it appears you've picked up a new...
Like, if that game didn't have skippable cutscenes, it'd be like 3
Get back to
hours.
the Sinclair Deluxe and just bust through that mess blocking your way.
Locked on casual. Interesting. I was kind of waiting for a casual run to be done, like a standard run.
The paradise of
Like, I might do Village of Shadows, but I'm usually just more interested in like the lower difficulty runs for a game like that.
It left her penniless.
Oh, so this Brute's still here? That was weird.
Family. She has found hope, a reason to draw breath. Ask yourself, Delta. Do you deserve
On casual, new game plus. Oh, I see.
Just rev up.
With infinite magnum ammo. Yeah, okay, that's a very different run.
Well, sport, I guess Gracie's home, but that big lug...
I was thinking about New Game Plus runs the other day. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe I was thinking about RE7 New Game Plus, but it just like... New Game Plus runs just take all creativity out of actually routing a game. 'Cause usually if you're playing New Game Plus, it's like combat related, and you're just given everything, like late game stuff. You don't have to worry about routing in ammo or health or actually picking stuff up. It's just like, alright, just run through the game, do some tricks if there are any, and you know, you'll just wipe all the fights instantly. You just have the best gear. It's like,
I know what you're here for.
those runs to me get so boring so quick.
I won't have you touching me.
Like, I've done some New Game Plus runs for various stuff, and it's like, you know, they're usually not runs I stick with for very long. Like, Hollow War has New Game Plus, like, you just blast everything with double barrel shotguns, like, super quickly. Like, fights are just a joke.
Tried to hold her, you knocked me down. Broke my jaw. So I'm ready, baby snatcher.
The real category is New Game Plus Casual, so using infinite ammo shouldn't be necessary. What? What's the point of playing New Game Plus if you're not going to use infinite ammo?
Your call, friend. Gracie's unarmed, for what it's worth.
Free buffs persist? I would assume so. I would assume everything persists though.
I am, Chief. Maybe next time she'll think twice about pointing fingers before all the facts are in. Now, let's be on our way. Eleanor's waiting.
You had me under a gun, yet you just walk away.
And I don't mean to say New Game Plus runs are just not worth doing. I think there's a place for it. Some people enjoy it. But for me personally, those runs like, to do become really uninteresting pretty quickly.
I know that Dr. Lamb is no liar, but she's got to be wrong about you. Doesn't seem right now. Letting you walk into that bushwhack waiting outside.
New Game Plus for the movement buff? I mean, if you're gonna commit to doing New Game Plus, like, you might as well just use everything in New Game Plus, you know? Yeah, New Game Plus should always be faster. If New Game Plus is not faster for a run, someone fucked up along the way. Like, unless there's a skip you can only do in New Game, which I would love to see that become a thing, but yeah. If New Game Plus is ever slower than just New Game, someone fucked up. In routing and finding skips in the run itself, I don't know. I even feel like from like a watching perspective, I don't really watch too many runs these days, but like from a viewer perspective, New Game Plus runs, like you're watching someone getting into speedruns, right? Like say it's for a GDQ or something, first time watching, and they're like, oh, I love this game. They're doing a New Game Plus run. It's like those people are coming to see the strategies for boss fights or just like getting through the game. If you just have infinite ammo and you're just spamming like the grenade launcher everywhere, it's like, okay, I guess this is a strat you could do, but like, it's not super interesting.
I think Mother knows I'm helping you like this. She's accelerating my treatments. Don't give up on me.
I don't remember. With a rocket launcher first try, hell yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to belittle New Game Plus runs, like I said, I've done some myself. Like, there's still a skill it takes to optimize it and route it and stuff, but I just think compared to a New Game route, it's always going to be less interesting. Just by its nature. Like, it'll be faster, sure, but I just think overall it's less interesting for a runner. It's less interesting for a viewer. Formulaic, exactly. I mean, there's no reason to run something in a way that you don't like. 100% agree. 100%.
Each of you know the child of the Lamb. Through Adam, our souls shall pass into her holy blood and will be reborn as a single immaculate body.
But on the other hand, it's like, you can run it in any way you want, but the way you run it may not be the way the majority of people like to run it and or watch it. And nor should that be expected. There's a lot of people getting into speedruns that whenever a new game comes out, or even if they get into an older game, they're like, this is the way I like to run the game. It's different from what the community decides, but it's the way I like to do it. Therefore, I think everyone should have to do it this way. And it's like, no. You're perfectly free to run a game your way. But that does not mean everyone else has to run the game your way.
Pump control ought to be in the back. One thing though, once you transfer the suction to Dionysus Park, we've got a tiny
And you should create a new leaderboard, yeah.
to get you inside. I don't have much air left, but I'll hang in there. You make sure you're ready before you throw that switch.
Resident Evil community never use glitches because they're scared of them.
They've cut the power on you. You're stuck.
Big
till the
facts.
backups kick in. I'll help you hold them back. Check the new mode.
There's a lot about the Resident Evil community in terms of speedruns that, like, I personally don't feel the same way about stuff. So I don't really care about leaderboards anymore.
Eleanor Lamb is our salvation.
Yeah, it's definitely a
Shall not rob us of our final reward.
different take on speedrunning.
Attaboy, sport.
A lot of people who run Resident Evils or Silent Hills, especially the older, like Resident Evils, very much run the game for optimizing movement and optimizing menu stuff. They don't really care about like out of bounds or like heavy glitches like that. Like, yeah, they'll use some of them. But like if they're trying to switch to another game and it has like a lot of out of bounds, they just won't do it, right?
What is the cost of paradise? To end
Not saying all of them do that, but
sin. What must we pay? Eleanor.
like movement and menuing is what they really run those games for, and nostalgia. They just like the series as a whole.
Delta, vying for control of a dead man's dream.
Whereas like for me, if a run is solely movement and menuing, I get bored of it so quickly. Like optimizing it to a certain point's fun, but when you're going for like you have to walk at a 12-degree angle instead of a 13-degree angle to save 2 seconds, like that shit, like I don't care to optimize that. That's not fun to me.
Was owned by Sophia Lamb, Chief. Sort of a private retreat for her social experiments. One night it flooded, killing all her guests. Paper said it was cult-related. Come on up.
Movement tech in a game is always pretty sick, especially FPS games that have movement tech, like Nightfall 2. Anything that has like bunny hopping, you know, the Source games that have ABH and stuff. Great stuff. Movement tech is the easiest way to impress viewers as well. If you're moving around really quickly, doing crazy stuff, just in that alone, it's fun to do, but it also just looks really impressive, even if it's like actually kind of easy. It's a bit of both. I mean, like newer Resident Evil, like RE7 has like an out of bounds and stuff, which they'll do. I'm not saying they like are strongly against out of bounds, but like if they went to pick up a newer game, like they're like, all right, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go play this brand new horror game that came out. Just whatever indie title comes out, and it's like extremely busted, right? It's like Amnesia levels of out of bounds and clipping through walls and stuff. More likely than not, they'll drop it. If they were thinking about it, like they won't even pick it up. They're like, nah, it's not really for me. From what I've seen over the years. Once again, that's just a general statement. You know, there's exceptions. Some runners will just play whatever, right? But there's different mindsets when it comes to speedrunning. Just across FPS games, across horror, across speedrunning in general. I mean, it's such a wide. It's like if you look at the fighting game community, comparing people who play Smash versus other fighting games, people who play Smash only want to play Smash, right? Because that's what got them into fighting games. They don't want to go play Tekken. It's a completely different style of fighting game. Or people who play Tekken, like, look at Smash and they're like, nah, that ain't for me. That's why, like, when people talk about the speedrunning community in general, like, it's not a thing. It's a bunch of other communities put together. There's no one collective speedrunning community. And the anime fighters, yeah. Like, even, like, people who play Tekken may not want to play Soul Calibur. People who play Soul Calibur but want to play Mortal Kombat. There's some people who play all of them. Some people who just play one. Even within games, like you guys were mentioning Ocarina of Time, some people love to run at any percent. Some people hate any percent with a passion. Like, even within, like, one single game, there's different communities. Like, if you talked about the OOT community as a whole for speedrunning, like, you have to talk about so many different ones. The people who do randomizers, any percent, 100%, people that do, like, MST stuff. Everyone else's opinion's wrong, it's your opinion's right. Yeah, exactly. I'm just getting at the point of, if you're getting into speedrunning, just run it the way you want. Don't care about how other games and other communities run their games. Don't care about how other people within the same game run it. Like, just if it makes it more fun for you personally, just run the game that way. It's really the moral of the story. Speedrun visual novels? I mean, there's people that do that. There are people that do that. Also, my bill rate's still fucked, which is great. Well, you've never submitted time for speedrunning? I mean, leaderboards are effectively meaningless. The only time leaderboards matter is if you're running a very, very popular game, and even then, like, it's just not worth it. Like, if you're running Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, or like a subset of Mario or Zelda, then it matters, sure. Other than that, it don't mean shit. Tried for some unified rule set? Yeah, like, there just never would be one. But before I just left all the different Discords I was in, whenever a new game came out, it's like, okay, well, trying to decide how we should, you know, we should rule on this one bug, or this one thing that we should allow in the run. And it's like, well, what did this other community do that was somewhat, like, similar in the situation? Well, they voted to allow it, but this other one over here said not to allow it. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Just figure out what's gonna be more fun. So if the run is more fun, you're gonna run it more. It's gonna become more competitive. Which is ultimately what people want out of speedrunning. To have fun and be competitive. And it's gonna be better overall. Like BioShock Infinite, when we get to that, we allowed Hill Runner's Hat, which is a mod for the game, which by and large, the speedrunning community is like, no, you can't have mods, you can't have third-party applications or anything like that. It's like, it makes the run significantly more fun for people to run. It got way more competitive. More stuff was found for it. And it just overall is a better experience. Even if, like, if you polled everyone in the speedrunning community about it, they would more than likely vote no. Makes the run runnable. Yeah, exactly. And you're still allowed to run BioShock Infinite without Hill Runner's Hat. It's not a requirement. Right? Like, thankfully, people making a save state, or whatever it may be, to skip intros is becoming more of a norm.
This is it, Chief. End of the line.
Like, a lot of PC games have done that for some time, but like console games and stuff are finally getting around to being like, you know what, we can skip this 25-minute cutscene at the very beginning of the run every single time. Yeah, like,
Eleanor's in a deep, dark place beneath.
people are like, no, we have to watch the 25-minute cutscene every time. It's so delusional.
Find her.
October 9th, 1967. Hello. My name is Gilbert Alexander. And by the time you hear this, I will...
Community's the bookkeepers, not the runners? I mean,
I am
to be fair, for the most part, it's pretty accurate. There's a lot of bystanders.
Just anyone I might threaten in dealing with me. My next message awaits you beyond the security checkpoint. The bioscan will ensure that you're sane enough to need it.
I'm not saying you can't have an opinion as a viewer of a speedrun or like watching a whole bunch of stuff, but the people actually doing runs should have the first say in the matter. And the majority say in the matter. I know. I can't get the skip. Yeah, if like the word gets out on something, it's like even people, like if there's some big ruling in SM64, right? Even people who have never watched SM64 speedruns would have an opinion on it and try to voice it and try to influence things. It's like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, you can have an opinion, but your opinion doesn't really hold any weight in the matter. Sorry to say. Good fight.
Initiating bioscan. Identifying clearance level. Identified clinical trial subject. Classification. Protector. Designation. Delta. Status.
For items and Smash Balls and Smash tournaments? I mean, to be fair, that's the only way to play Smash. I only play Melee on Poke Floats, items on high, Jigglypuff only. It's the only way to play Smash. Update drivers before stream? Nope. I just booted up OBS and hit start streaming, and here we are. Can't see my eyes. I don't have eyes. What are you talking about? Pain, elementary, heavy rain. No, I don't know. I probably just need to restart my router, honestly. I mean, the easiest way is just to make a separate category, separate tournament. I see it in like everything I read online these days. People just always think there can only be one thing. Like, you can't have two. God forbid you have two separate tournaments, one with items on, one with items off. You know. Devs can only patch one thing at a time, like. You can only have one speedrun category, you can't have two. It's always what I like versus what you like. It's never like, oh, we can both like separate things equally. Nope. Oh, what am I doing? There can only be one thing. True, true, true. Classic theater skip, dude. Nice. Very quick. Very quick theater skip. Like it. Who's gonna manage it? I mean, I'd rather figure that out than, like, just abandon the second option altogether, you know? You want it so bad, you manage it, true. We're gonna try to go for this FF2 skip again. This Final Fantasy 2 skip. It's under controls. Nope. There we go. They just unbind left. Yeah, it did. Okay. Need to go into the files and double bind this key. Some other time. Just changed my my button. Okay, so we're gonna try to skip the entirety of this area by spamming use on this flower. Which is why use is currently on my mouse wheel.
I see you out there, Delta. You want to be top man? You want to sit in the big chair? Well, come.
I think even when it disappears, you still just keep doing it. That's what I didn't do last time. This looks like I need to come in and double bind this. Some other point.
I see you out there, Delta. You want to be top man? You want to sit in the big chair? Well, come and take it.
Yeah, now we're already in the final fight of this area. Oh my god, that's such a good skip, dude. That's actually, like, super free. Oh my god. I need to come in and get, like, a BioShock 2 PB at some point. That's so crazy. And you don't have to deal with the Big Daddy here in the middle either. Oh. That's pretty sweet. So if you're not understanding what just happened in this skip, generally in this area there's 4 flowers that you have to pick up, one of them being here, and it's free. If you just keep interacting with this flower, it counts as picking up all 4. So I don't have to go and collect the other 3. I can skip right to the final fight here now. Is hell sick.
How dare you try to?
Yeah, that's so nice. Like, it's just like 2 minutes of free time save.
Is this sublime? God damn you, Delta!
So I don't remember who found it, but I remember seeing it like a couple months ago. I was like, god damn, it's crazy. That's actually just a free PB waiting. One day. Whenever I feel like coming and getting a BioShock 2 PB, we'll do it. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just kind of like, you run over here, do a death warp, run over here, do a death warp, and go back and do the fight. So it just cuts down on some running around. It is annoying to set up the death warps to an extent. It's definitely pretty nice. Yeah, I couldn't remember the guy's name. I was like, that makes me want to try it on other stuff in the game, you know? Like, what else can you interact with? Do it on the first one, nice. I don't know what else you would need to use, interact with multiple times on, but...
Persephone, we're finally here.
Like maybe in Dionysus Park, if you like interact with the little sister a couple times.
To keep you two apart.
I don't know if you could like manipulate that somehow. Skip all Dionysus Park in like one go. Once again, I'm sorry that my bitrate is so low tonight. Don't know what's going on.
I'm trapped in a cage.
I was really hoping to clear it by now. Either clear up or get so bad that I have to restart my router, like regardless of what happened, but it's just staying Staying in the middle.
What my daughter has given you. As I watch you now, I envy your ignorance. You still believe.
Your signal's breaking up. I can see your hero.
Blame Thor? True, I blame him too.
Look at her, Delta.
Really hanging on.
10
Yeah.
years, and still she.
There's no stream BT Pets Thor? I wish.
You know why
That tank she's in.
I mean, Drill Dash in BioShock 4 would be pretty cool.
The quarantine scene.
Nah, I doubt we'll be playing as a. We might play as a Big Daddy in 4. I would be surprised if that's the route they went with. But you know, who knows?
And she has been watching you ever since, exalting your every act as gospel.
What are you waiting for, kid?
I have no idea how BioShock 4 would play out. I mean, there's a few different ways that can go, and it's just a question of that first trailer we get.
Nor my life's work.
Like seeing where they place it, who the main character is,
Shaped
and
by you alone. Just as she has always.
yeah, I mean basically those two things will like should shape what the gameplay looks like. It could be completely different, but
She failed to account for.
it's a Patriot robot.
Was
It's not.
designed to lapse into a coma.
Let's just not do that.
To beat. Eleanor, forgive me.
I mean, there was leaks and rumors about where it would be set or who it would star before it got announced that it was actually in development. And like development's basically said like we're starting like now. Like we've just put the team together to make it, so like who knows if those things were true or if those are just ideas they were throwing around or if it was all made up.
Naturally.
I mean the biggest one was it was set after the events of BioShock 2. It was in like a London-esque setting, which would basically make it like a Dishonored game.
Until he expires.
But yeah, like I said, it could be anything. Could there be anything? I mean, yeah.
Eleanor.
I've said it many times when this topic's come up. I hope they don't try to continue it after the end of Infinite, or really continue
Or worse. But I can still help you with
what Infinite was about in the end.
This little sister's brought you something that will
The multi-universe, time travel. I hope they don't lean into that. I think it's just opening up a can of worms that don't need to be opened up.
I know this feels a bit strange, Father.
I
See through her eyes and tell her where to
I've also said this many times before, but if they did continue somewhat after the events of Infinite, the only way I would like it to happen is if it was set after the place of BioShock 2. You're like playing as Eleanor.
Good.
You're on the surface, wherever it may be, and somehow she gets word to go find the Lutece twins. And then they help her, like, save Subject Delta. Or, like, attempt to save him, and then realize, like, he's always going to die. There is no saving him. And then dealing with that moment. I don't think there's any other way I would like it to go.
You're in.
If they did,
There should
but
be a lever in here somewhere.
I hope they don't.
Pull it, and it will unlock your cells.
Has been sighted within the facility. He will attempt to reach Subject Delta.
What Mother did to me left me very weak.
Yeah, bringing back Porter would be pretty big.
To save your life, I'm going to.
He's technically alive on the surface. He's not a Big Daddy anymore.
You should be able to locate the pieces.
I'd be fine with that. I don't know how they'd continue the story, but
Bring them to me. There's a piece of the suit in here.
seeing Porter back would be cool. Even if he's not like the main character, just like showing up as a character, like a person you meet along the way.
10 years, Father. Stuck in this This fever
Like, technically, Tenenbaum and Porter on the surface, Eleanor's somewhere on the surface.
to her, the ideal child
I
is a
believe the Lutece twins are supposed to be alive,
without questioning it.
but they're also universe hopping, so who knows.
The other sisters are
Alright,
made
can't pick that up.
in part.
So once we get that first trailer, it's going to be a big moment, but until then, it's just like, well, they could do this, they could do that, they could do...
Because of me.
They could just scrap everything and say we're starting over.
Mother
We're not
was
gonna
right about one thing.
consider the other games canon.
Watching you, Father. Studying the way you have treated others. And now I know.
I mean, honestly, if they didn't make Burial at Sea, the idea of Burial at Sea done properly would be pretty cool, but, you know, you don't want to retread that water. Pun intended.
So this, what I'm about
I have high hopes for it, but...
is perfectly natural.
He's gonna be found in Rapture and going into search for fame and glory. I mean,
Ready now.
Rapture is such a infinitely large city. Doing all the puns today. Like, there is stories to potentially tell, but I don't know how you tell it.
These
Right.
suits always
What characters do you still use? Do you bring ones back?
skin of a born survivor.
It's like BioShock 2 got a lot of flack for still being in Rapture
At your side. Mother doesn't
and stuff. Like, people are like, this is just a DLC for BioShock 1, it's not as good. I was like, well, I mean,
Take this plasmid. You can use
when they go into City in the Sky, you don't like that either, so I don't know what you want. No matter what happens, there's going to be people that absolutely hate it because it's not BioShock 1, and there's going to be people that absolutely love it because it's not BioShock 1.
Subject Delta. I know
Be interesting.
you can hear me.
I mean, the craziest thing is it's just a new studio, right?
And with it,
I mean, it's a lot of... There's still people working that worked in other games. But, like, as a new studio, you can't judge it off of... Like, oh, what other games have they made in the past? How did those games go? How are they, like, development for those games? Like, nobody knows. It's a new studio. It's too weird to think about. You know, if it's like a new studio, like making an indie game, you're like, okay, well, I mean, we'll just based on the trailer and whatever. But like a big franchise taking reins, it's kind of crazy. It'd be like a new Doom game coming out, but it's made by a brand new studio and not id. It's like, what? Okay, like, yeah, it could be good, could be terrible. Nobody knows. The last diary skip we gotta do, and I can't get it. Hey, there we go, finally. Ooh, it took forever. It took forever.
a security curfew is now in effect. All cells and bulkheads are sealed until further notice.
Get the Johns to work on a Doom game? And the Johns. Who are the Johns? John Cena? John C. Reilly? What John are we talking about here? Jan Doom Eternal? No. I was just making an equivalent comparison. Doom was just the first franchise that came to mind. I love Doom Eternal. I love those damn Doomy turtles, dude. Carmack and Romero. Nah, those Johns aren't important. I mean, what is the best reboot of a game series? Like, when a series was brought back and done like better. Is there something better than Doom? Doom Eternal? God of War? True. That's a big one. Definitely a big one. I still really would like to play God of War, but I just don't have a PlayStation. Wolfenstein? Yeah. Well, sort of. I'd agree with you for some of the Wolfenstein games, not Wolfenstein 2. That was something else. The New Order and the Old Blood and some of Young Blood, yeah. Agreed. FF7, I mean, it's a remake, it's not a reboot. I'm talking like when a franchise was like dead, and then like they brought it back, like completely changed it. I mean, not completely, but you know, they changed it up enough to where it's like, wow, this is like a brand new thing, and it's even better. Prey is completely separate. That's not. That's just a completely different franchise. Get out of the way, dude! Oh my god! Stupid fool. New Resident Evil, I did. My full playthrough is up on YouTube now. If anyone wants to go watch it, probably gonna look into speedrunning it once some more established routes in place. It's not a game I care to go and route myself, but probably do some runs. At some point, maybe over the weekend, we'll look into it. Tomb Raider? Yeah, Tomb Raider is like the new games have been on my list to play. I was actually gonna look into speedrunning them at some point too. Just never got around to it. GTA 3 is technically a reboot. I'm gonna say no, because it has the name 3 in it. Or has the word 3 in it.
Every word I speak, you already know.
It's not doing any damage here. Didn't everyone hate like the DMC remake though, like the initial one, and then like the subsequent games they liked? I thought people really didn't like the reboot of DMC. It's also another franchise I just haven't played any games of. Reboot sucked, yeah. That's what I thought I remember people saying. Which is different, fair. New Hitman games count? Probably. I'd say those probably count. Oh my god, the big time long. Oh my god. Is that a reboot though? No. Like, I want to consider anything in like the Zelda series to be a reboot, right? Because it's just a continuation. Like, sure, the story changes and stuff, but it's still, it's an ongoing franchise that just like naturally changes a bit over time. I mean, like a series that was like stopped and like completely brought back in a different manner.
Another patient.
Oh, is this brute actually chasing me? I think I heard him behind me. That's funny. I want to consider GTA 3 a reboot because it's, yes, it's a different setting, a different place, whatever. It's, you know, it's still just a continuation from GTA 2. Like, it's just an upgrade. That bird just never showed up, huh? Oh, fine. Whee.
I'm stepping inside the blast tank, Father. Come up to the glass once you're ready for me to begin. There's no going back once we start.
Thief reboot was also horrible. People have been telling me to play Thief for like years and years, but I've never gotten around to doing it. Deus Ex, but I find it hard to call it a reboot. Yeah, if it's like a series I haven't played, it's hard for me to make a call. I don't know really anything about Deus Ex. Like, Prey is absolutely not the same franchise. It's not a reboot. It's just a completely different series that happens to share the same name. Deadly Shadows is good. Now, if there's a series that could get a reboot and be better than the original, what franchise would you guys like? I've been waiting to see Turok pop up in like a style of Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal. But instead of demons, you fight dinosaurs. I feel like that'd be pretty fucking sweet. Dead Space would be nice. That'd be cool to see. Freedom Fighters? I don't even know what that is. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a franchise. It can just be a game. Just reboot it. Enjoy. Whoa, the emotes only. I kind of forgot that was even a thing. That was a channel point reward. Nah, we'll never know. You guys can never answer. I can't wait until they reboot Minecraft. Like, that's gonna be sweet. Dino Crisis reboot? I mean, wasn't there like rumors of Dino Crisis coming back? Either like a remastered or something a while ago? One of those Capcom leaks? Melee HD. I mean, it's just a remaster, it's not a reboot. I feel like there's not enough good dinosaur games coming out. The market's very lackluster in terms of dinosaurs. Alright, cool. We have finished the BioShocks 2. Time for Minerva's Den. Go to extras. Play downloadable content, Minerva's Den. Tetris reboot? Tetris, but in 3D. Whoa. Already is a 3D Tetris, a 4D Tetris, bitrate still terrible. Woo! I might honestly just restart my router after we finish Minerva's Den before I get into Infinite. It's sitting real low now, like even lower than before. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it just dipped out entirely.
Subject Sigma is approaching Minerva's Den. He must not reach the Thinker. Detonate the tunnel!
Coding settings? Nah, encoding settings should be exactly the same. I didn't change anything. Sometime later. $5G Tetris. Ooh, fancy. Fancy boys. Wee.
Hello, Mr. Sigma? Can you hear me? The name's Porter.
Hi, Porter.
Doc Tenenbaum tells me you're here to help us get the Thinker out of Rapture. It's not going to be easy, but nothing worth doing ever is. You should be able to get inside through an airlock. Minerva's Den has been cut off from the rest of Rapture for some time, but not cut off from splicing. Don't let your guard down. The den's gone dark, but if you can reset the local power relay, I'll be able to get the juice flowing from here.
Hello there. Welcome to Minerva's Den, the home of Rapture's high technology.
What steps into Minerva's Den? Porter's newest toy? He wants the Thinker for himself. But you see, old friend, the machine has chosen me.
It's chosen me.
Look at you, Sigma. You think that Porter is your ally, but the Thinker knows better. The Thinker knows.
Read wall. He and I founded Rapture Central Computing together, but the greedy bastard pushed me out years ago. Splicers.
Splicers. God, what a great voice this guy has.
Minerva's den now.
You could listen to him talk forever.
The power is rerouted. That should tip things.
I'm not really gonna do the diary skips.
Head up to my office.
It's not worth it real time.
I've got something you'll need. Hurry now. Those vacuum bots sucked up all sorts of things before they went on the fritz. Crack one open, and you might find something you can use.
Mind you, a bit of Liam Neeson. Yeah, you're losing it.
What's the secret of Rapture Central Computing?
Yeah, my bill rate's still terrible after this run.
Tools should come in handy.
I'm gonna go restart my router. See if that's the issue or not.
Minerva's den is mine. You think you
Really hate to do it, but I didn't think it'd be a problem for 2 hours. Figured either clear up or just tank completely.
Use your hack tool to spring open the door. That crack in the window looks big enough to get a dart through.
Ow.
Wall splicers haven't gotten into my office thanks to the Thinker's
There you go, little
security.
buddy.
I'm giving you top-level access now. All right? Beginning scan.
Beginning scan.
Scanning. Designation. Sigma. Please come in.
Sorry I can't be there to meet you in person. You've seen the state of the den these days.
Yeah, skip these though.
It's the Thinker that's important now.
These are pretty long messages.
And now you collude with this traitor to steal the Thinker away from me?
Look for the power relay.
Old school BT stream. Yo, when is BT gonna reboot his stream?
Back on for you.
When's that gonna happen?
Thinker, deploy office defenses.
The Thinker's perfect equation has predicted your every move, Sigma. It knew you would be here. It knows where you will be next. And it knows that you will fail.
I'm gonna fail. Stream reboot won't be as good as the original, true. Very true. It's gonna cost way more money. It's gonna be just awful.
Wall's become obsessed with perfecting his predictive equation. The Thinker can do plenty, but tell the future? No. The splicing drove him mad. Wall can rot here in Rapture for all I care. We'll make a copy of the Thinker and return it to the land of the living.
Wee. Wee.
Encyclopedias every day. The Thinker works hard for Rapture.
The Thinker works hard for Rapture. Ow. Get this nerd out of my face. God dang nerds. Oh my god, I hate that mechanic. I really wish there was a way to like turn that off. Drill dash targeting.
See Rodin's masterpiece of sculpture that shares its name. Come visit the Thinker today in Minerva's Den.
Honest, if I was doing fast strats, it would have just taken that. You just want to leave once you move this around.
How does it feel to know that your grand purpose is foretold by a machine? The numbers know already what will happen. As I tell you,
Credit score went up 40 points. Oh shit. It went from 0 to 40. Wow.
I am not so much holding my breath.
Congrats. Congrats. Big come ups.
The Lancer is the most technically advanced Big Daddy that Rapture ever produced. Now it stands between you and the Little Sisters. And if there's anywhere that you'll need Atom to get by, it's Minerva's Den. Hell. The maglock door's still active. It's regulated by the resistors plugged into that relay. If you can find a way to yank them...
Don't know what you did? You probably just waited, honestly.
There's a plasmid that could do the job.
Things like fall off of your credit report after 7 years or something like that. So, you probably just had something fall off. Something dumb like that. Waiting on the game to load. Well, I had credit for like 4 years. Maps. I don't know. Do I look like a financial advisor? Yes, the answer is yes to that. I am. Actually, I'm not. Don't sue me.
He's wasting that machine. In off hours. Sigma, you show such loyalty to a proven traitor. What is Porter to you? A convenient excuse to disrupt my work? Or something more? I am curious, I must admit. But not enough to let you live.
Their Sharkisha values. Boop.
Operations. You're nearing the heart of the machine.
This finance string theory device is true. You're not wrong. Hidden Acorn. I just happen to be that smart, just casually throwing that stuff out there. Brain's just that big.
I've got a bathysphere at my lab that should be able to get us the hell out of Rapture.
I can't pick anything up today.
Launch just yet. First, we'll need to reprogram a signal beacon. That nutcase Lamb's got the city on lockdown, but a hacked beacon should keep her torpedoes at bay. See what you can find. The seafloor outside Minerva's Den is a machine graveyard. With a little luck...
This credit card use, well, using free money. That's what credit cards are, right? It's free money.
Look for a downed bathysphere. They each had a signal beacon we could use.
You just spend a couple $1,000s and never pay it off, right? So I use them.
Soon you also will be rusting here.
And then you get a new credit card.
Used up by Porter and tossed on the heap.
That'll do the trick. Take the beacon to the master input console in the programming wing. That paranoid bastard Wall had it installed in his office.
Surprise, Sigma!
It's 400. Boom, got some credit. Yeah, that's how they get you. Now you have to spend 4,000 to get any credit. Then you have to spend 40,000, and 400,000. What? Right, can this guy stop shooting me in the back? Turret back there. Where am I? What the hell? I'm actually gonna break this. Thank you. So how to get rich? No, it's how to get poor. Just spend all your money.
Now from the machine. Prediction. Sigma enters Minerva's Den.
In order to spend 40,000, you need to have 40,000. That's not true at all. That's absolutely not true.
The Thinker has chosen me. It does not care what I once did.
Good. It's all hooked up. I can run the hack sequence from here. Just 1 minute. That should do it. I hope. If the hack turned out right, you are now the proud owner of one homemade
Oh, the stuff's in the way. Woo. Oh, the stuff's in the way. Get out of here.
Use your head with foolish visions of freedom. I can provide you more immediate concern.
I should have bought stuff right there.
So good.
Trophy.
I can feel the sunlight already. Now
I can feel the sunlight already.
Thinker's central processor, so I can take it to the surface and start to read.
I'll just buy drill fuel when I go downstairs here in a second.
It's not your time to enter the core. Not just yet.
You son of a bitch. He's cracked the Thinker's cooling system into overdrive. You're frozen up.
If I had an auto hack dart there, that'd actually be a good spot to use it.
Reset the turbine to defrost this mess.
Alright, usually he breaks that.
To the Thinker.
It's taking forever this time. Like everything's just like spawning on me this game. Or this run, whatever.
The main cooling turbine is in overdrive. The controls should be down below.
Everything's like in my face. I don't like it.
That'll do. The chamber leading to mainframe access is defrosting as we
Oh, get out of here, dude.
Next stop, the Thinker's computer core.
The ice was meant to send a message, Sigma, but you do not listen. Perhaps your brothers can open your ears.
Oh, that's not what I want. Thank you. Blasting through.
The equation is nearing its conclusion.
Woo! Alright, last level of this, then yeah, it looks like I'll be restarting my modem router. So we'll have a short intermission after I finish up this DLC. The stream will go down, then hopefully it'll be back up, and we'll have actual bitrate. We can see what's going on. So sad.
Not yet, Sigma! I am still crunching the numbers!
Watch out!
Hell.
One way into the core that wall can't lock off. The maintenance access shafts. Sorry to send you down through the pit. It's all we've got.
What is driving you into the core, Sigma? What compels you to defy the Thinker's equation?
This took forever. That was weird.
Is it your deep love for Porter and for Tenenbaum? Ah! You hardly know them, Sigma. You have never even met them. Ryan's secret police came for Porter long ago. And now he has reappeared in Minerva's den. A man sent to Persephone does not just open his cell door and walk home. I have tried to keep you from the heart of the machine. You did not listen. When the pangs of familiarity sting you, my friend, you will have only yourself to blame.
Well, Thinker, Ryan's secret police are on their way. They cooked up some kind of evidence against me. Treason, they say. I've heard what happens to folks.
Goddamn treason.
Come back as one of those metal daddies. So, I'm leaving you with something to cogitate on in my absence. Inputting Rapture.
How come no one ever talks about having a 9-foot metal daddy step on them, huh? I think the internet's sexist.
Forgetting things like...
I'm just gonna say it. No one else is saying it, you know. I might as well. What's even worth buying here? I don't even know. Menu's so wacky.
So this is an emergency reminder for the code to my...
You're in the Thinker's core. The code printer is upstairs in the control booth. Top-level access only. You'll need to confirm your...
Or so drill even step on you? I mean, no one talks about that either. What's wrong with that, huh?
Porter! You have forced my hand, you see? The Thinker is shut down. That leaves only two variables.
Can you skip this one?
The equation
No.
ends here.
Maybe you can? I don't know. No, it's Tenenbaum you want to skip.
Herr Sigma, it is Dr. Tannenbaum with the computer.
You skip something here.
Adam makes it hard to sleep.
And it didn't even work. Cool.
So this is an emergency reminder for the code to my private storage area. I won't record the number, but remember, just look at the 4 groups of books on the shelf.
I didn't realize you could break that window so early. Oh my god. Not the guy with the rocket launcher? No, it is. Okay. I'm sure this is the guy. It's always the guy. This little backwalk he's doing. It's cute.
Your moment has come, old friend. I stand before you, the trusted partner who put a knife in your back. Do not disappoint me.
Quickly, take the administrator punch card from Val's body and reactivate the Thinker.
Whee!
Mainframe reactivated. Confirming user's genetic identity. Genetic identity confirmed. Alpha series.
Genetic identity confirmed. Your plot twist incoming.
Charles Milton Porter.
Welcome back, Milton.
Adam.
You see now why I let the machine speak for you, Mr. Porter.
Time for a really loud elevator, too.
Would be familiar, comforting, your own. With that copy of the Thinker's programming, we may return to the surface and use it to restore you to the man you once were. Please, collect the printout and meet me.
Oh, that's so damn loud.
Take your time, Mr. Porter. I will be.
I just gotta walk out and then, like I said, we'll go restart my router modem. Hopefully bitrate comes back. If it's not that, then I don't know. Maybe it's because I have like a Windows update pending, but I really don't want to restart my PC because that just fucks everything up always. I feel like if it was a Twitch issue, I'd see other people complaining about it. So I'm just gonna hope it's something buggy with my router modem. Whoop. I love how that looks like actually nothing at all. It's like walking across the table, saving like a second, but it actually skips a decently long flashback. Like 15, 20 seconds maybe. It might be less than that. I might be over exaggerating. That saves 20 minutes.
Please, step up to the console and begin the bathysphere launch sequence. We have much work ahead of us.
And we're hitting the lever now. Alright. Split there, I'm gonna pause it. That's the end of BioShock 2 and Minerva's Den. So let's quit the windows. Alright, stream's gonna go down. I don't know how long it's gonna take to come back up. I can't promise anything, but hopefully like a minute. Quit the windows, yes. No, don't save. Alright. Go grab yourself a snack, and it should be up by the